Hello, magical people. My name is Lou, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Today is the cusp of the new year, moving out of 2021 and into 2022. And so I just wanted to do a brief tarot reading for the collective about how this new year will begin for us all. I have pre-shuffled a little bit, but I figured I'd do some live shuffling as well. And we'll just try and casually chat while I do that. So I'm guessing that you're new to this space because I'm new to this space. And my vision for this channel is still clarifying, but I do feel a distinct calling to create a space where I can be a conduit for messages from Spirit, using different tools tonight. The tool will be through tarot and oracle cards. So I have a couple of tarot decks here and a few oracle decks. And so again, we're gonna look first at, we're gonna just be taking a look at what are we moving out of and what are we moving into as we have another turning of the calendar year come forward and come around. And first card that popped out here, I think that's just one. Yes, ooh, gosh, I do love this deck. Oh no, it is two. I thought it felt a little thick. We have the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. And the first thing that's coming to mind is that, well, I'm located in the United States, and we are seeing numbers surge again. And I know for myself, I'd originally had plans to try and go out for this New Year's Eve, and it's looking like those plans are being modified and scaled back. And everybody's taking chances. Everybody, to live is to take chances. And trying to do it in a way that feels good to you, where you both feel like you're living your life, but also don't feel like you're unnecessarily putting yourself or others at risk. It's a complicated web. It's a complicated web that we are living in right now. And turning within is never bad. It's never bad to be able to lean into your own counsel on a situation, and Spirit is calling on those of us part of this reading today to do just that. We also have the Son of Roots, which in this deck, it shows up as the Son of Roots. That's also known as the Knight of Pentacles, which is being steadfast and being deliberate in your actions and being intentional with moving forward, sometimes at the risk of spontaneity or truly being impetuous. So it's kind of rather the opposite of that. So let's see. It's so funny. I'm sorry, my eyes are all over the place. I'm, like I said, just trying to get this started. I feel a need to do this almost, and yet this is deeply terrifying for me. I don't know how to figure any of this out. And I'm sure my eyes are all over the place. So I appreciate your patience while we both get used to this new space. Okay, here we have the Nine of Feathers, which in this deck is the Nine of Swords, and is a card of conflict and strife, and because it is the swords suit, that's the suit of air, which is all about your thoughts. And so this isn't necessarily about being in conflict with another person. This could be about being in conflict with yourself. And just to make a real topical. What's coming to my mind right now is, as we are moving into this time of the Hermit, and as things do feel uncertain as we're wrapping up this latest cycle, yeah, I'd planned on going out, you know, up until a few weeks ago. It was looking like it would be a more normal New Year's Eve than last year was, and I was very much looking forward to that, and being in a space with music and people and dancing, and doesn't look like it's in the it's really in the stars for this year, and that does cause, sometimes for me it takes a minute to reset my thinking on things. Of course, there's many other different ways that this can show up, these kinds of dynamics. Those are just the first thing that popped into my mind that didn't feel too vulnerable. And next we have the Three of Pentacles, work, putting in the work, showing up and moving a project a little bit forward, which if you're going to be taking the time to sort through your thoughts and try and resolve some sort of internal conflict, if you're trying to be intentional and steadfast with moving forward, and you're going within and trying to embrace uncertainty, that really does seem like a good time to do the work and take a project of yours, something, since this is Pentacles, since this is Roots, this is actually about things that manifest in the real world. So like me finally making this video and uploading it for everybody to see is a pretty good example of what the Three of Pentacles can look like. It's a fledgling project that you're just moving into the next stage for the first time. So this is, you know, this is a lot of really grounding energy and really laying the foundation for what will come later in the year is what I feel like is coming through for me right now. So let's take another card here and see what comes out. And then I'm going to pause from tarot and pull a couple of the oracle cards. I kind of meant to do that first, but I didn't write myself an outline, so I didn't do it. Alright, so next we have Apathy, the Four of Cups, which in this one is known as the Horns, like Horns of Plenty. Four of Cups, it's, oh gosh, this fits in so perfectly with this energy that I'm really feeling now. It's like everything in the universe is inviting us to really pause, look within, come to resolution within ourselves, find the kernel that we want to manifest and bring forward, and that is all beautiful, but don't get so tunnel visioned that you don't see a gift from the universe. So basically, don't become so inwardly focused that you aren't actually showing up to the world around you. Okay, so let's pull a couple of oracle cards and see if we can hone in on this energy and start working towards some advice. I really kind of like this message. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't typically think of apathy as being a super positive word or a super positive card or energy, but with respect to the rest of this spread so far, I'm kind of appreciating the reminder to be aware of that and not become so tunnel visioned in this time of looking within, and that we're not, because again, back to the Wheel of Fortune card, you know, the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that, yes, it is embracing trying to find some level of comfort with the discombobulation that can come with change and endings and cycles, ending and beginning. Oh my gosh, love this, love this. So the oracle card that popped out is the card of rejuvenation, which, yeah, I feel very much like this is an invitation. It really is. This is an invitation. Oh, and I just, no word of a lie, I just got head to toe goosebumps when I said the word invitation. Like that's exactly it. This is an invitation to appreciate this time of darkness. We're just past the solstice. We're moving back towards the light. We're moving back here in the US anyways, slowly moving, well, first moving more into winter, but eventually to move back out of winter and back towards spring. And so winters are often a time of kind of looking within. Things are less social. There's a lot less light. But that can also be a time to rest and make sure that we are both putting in the work and also taking care of ourselves. Back to that Knight of Pentacles. And then at the bottom of the deck for this Oracle deck, we have surfacing. So yeah, just really allow, as you put your roots down, allow the earth to heal you and allow this grounding energy that you're investing in to effervesce some healing energy back up into your auric field. Okay, I also want to pull, this is the Archetypes deck. I guess I could have been doing a better job of, better job of telling you which decks I was working with, but one of them is Return to Spirit, and the other one is the Brody Tarot. I believe it's the Brody Tarot, and it's beautiful. Okay, so a whole pile of these actually came out, but I'm being told just the bottom and the top. Ah, the Warrior. Oh. The Warrior and the Comic. And then the bottom of the deck on this one is the Flame. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love this. And I love the way these two pictures are depicted too. Because this one, the all above the crown chakra, is just totally alit. And there is a... This is being a warrior in a way that is just, for a just cause, showing up to be your own best friend in this particular context. And then the Comic is this very outward energy, so this is very receptive and being alert and being aware, and this is about what you're putting back out there. And the real message that's coming in with these is how to marry this energy, and how to, yeah, like the words on this card are the flame, but the word that is coming into my mind is unity and to unify. So maybe this is about a project, maybe this is starting to move a passion project or job or something forward in a way that actually brings into better balance two very different aspects of yourself. And part of going within and doing taking in that hermit energy and really resting in that hermit energy and doing the work around the Nine of Swords and coming to some sort of internal conflict. It's like there are these two aspects of you that really can be unified to move everything forward. Before you can do that, you have to pardon me, you have to be able to discern and recognize that these are actually two different aspects of you that have their own drives and their own goals. And if you can get the different parts of you on the same page, then you can really drive things forward. Okay, so I wanted to pull a chakra card, so if I could see if we could get some advice specifically on, you know, sometimes we might need to do a little chakra healing. We might be a little blocked in a particular energy center, and that can make it difficult for us to take positive growth steps moving forward. Ooh. So the one I'm seeing here is green, which has the word compassion on it, and ooh, limitless. Oh my God, I am so excited about this. It's been a hard time for a while now. I'm not telling anybody anything I think that they probably don't know or haven't experienced in some way, shape, or form. But what these two cards here are telling me is that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to do some meditating on your heart space, on your heart chakra, and especially allowing more compassion for yourself, because we need to fill our own cups first, and that allows us to have more compassion for others. And if we can do that, then our opportunities are limitless, and what we can achieve and the life that we can live and the energy that we can exist in, all of that is limitless. And this is absolutely within our grasp. Sorry, I do have a little bit of a subtle lisp, and every now and again it shows up. Okay, so all right, at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to pull some more tarot cards just as clarifiers on what the first round was here. Before I do that, finishing off with the Birdie Tarot, the bottom of the deck here was Preservation, which is the Four of Roots, or the Four of Pentacles card, which is also the meditation card. So I think it's kind of funny that I just looked at this just now, but yeah, I really, gosh, I just love that message. Okay, so let's see if we can get a little bit more clarification first on the Hermit, a little bit more clarification and advice on the Hermit. And actually 2 cards popped out. Oh goodness, okay, 3 cards popped out actually, and it is the Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So, you know, when going within, God, this is a pretty powerful reading, guys. I'm really feeling very zingy with the energy that's coming through right now. Like, so the Hermit, as clarified by these 3 cards, is really saying, when you go within, try and have compassion for your younger self. Bring that full cup of self-compassion to your past self, and drink of it with your past self. And by doing that, you are actually creating your own Ten of Pentacles, which is, this is the Tree of Life card, the Happy Home card. This is, I mean, again, Pentacles being manifestations in the real world, and tens being the end of a cycle. It's really, I mean, the happy home, happy heart, happy family. It's kind of the whole picture of what we would consider successful on a physical plane, abundance in all things. And that really does begin with going back and having compassion for the other parts of yourself, and giving yourself that gift of love, because only by giving it to ourselves first can we really give it to others in a completely true and healthy way. That sounds so definitive, and I don't mean it exactly that way. I do believe that you don't have to be full of love for self to love others. I think loving is just something that humans and other animals do. But there is a quality of the love that we can bring to others that only exists when we can have genuine love for ourselves. And again, not demanding perfection. So for the Wheel of Fortune, let's see what we have here. That is clarified by the Magician. Goosebumps again, except this time on my back. Interesting. The first time it was more on the lower half of my body, and then all the way up. Okay, so TMI, sorry folks. So the Wheel of Fortune, as clarified by the Magician, you are, again, this is an invitation. This is an invitation to go within, find the thing that you want to manifest into this world, start laying the groundwork towards it, embracing uncertainty and being willing to let go of the end of a cycle and move forward wholeheartedly into a new cycle. And being able to use all of the skills that you've gained thus far in your life on your journey towards making that happen. Like the magician is the magician. The magician is the manifester. Golly. Okay, so for the Son of Roots, we have here the Seven of Wands. So there might be a feeling of, because there's a solidity and a very slow-moving, steady energy about the Son of Roots, the Son of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles. And with the Seven of Wands, that can be very much of energy of having to rise above something. So maybe there's a part of you or somebody in your outside environment who is really disparaging this time to take things slowly and move at a pace that works for you, that you know will set the foundation going forward. And there's this, it's almost, you know, it's funny because it's not really a defensive card, because like if you look at the way it's described or pictured here in the Rider-Waite, like this person very much has the upper hand here. They're on higher ground, and while they only may be one person, I mean, they could very easily move out of this space if they wanted to. So there's an energy of willingly engaging and taking the higher ground to be like, no, this is where I am. I'm moving my own path. I'm up here all alone, and I am able to stand here steadfastly on my ground. So I guess in a weird way, it actually really does kind of have a similar energy. So I guess perhaps what's coming through with this now is maybe that, just to remind you that if there is an energy of, again, whether internal or external, of questioning you about what you're doing, that you really do have your own back here. You really do. You've got the higher ground. You are on that higher ground, setting down roots and being an individual and taking your own step forward, taking your own steps forward. So with the Nine of Swords, oh, that popped out right away. So with the Nine of Swords, we have the Hierophant. Oh my goodness, I love this, because when I was talking about this Nine of Swords card and having that state of internal conflict with your thoughts and the way that you think about things, again, the Hierophant, this is also showing up here as an invitation, because the Hierophant is basically the intermediary for spirit. So sometimes this can show up as an institutional card, like a church or a job situation or a school or something like that. But at its really core, the Hierophant is a teacher and teaches from the higher wisdom. So basically acts as a conduit. So, you know, again, as you're kind of going within this time and, you know, of preservation and rejuvenation and trying to not be so focused that you don't see, that you become apathetic, you know, really using your own wisdom to tap into your own sense of spirit and show up as sort of the teacher for yourself. Like, let that, what's the word I'm looking for? Golly. Jeez. Oh, that's real frustrating. There's a very specific word that I'm looking for here. But as you differentiate, my goodness, yes, as you differentiate the different parts of you in your internal conflict, allow spirit to speak through you and help you discern which voice is actually yours and which voice and actually yours by your spirit, your soul, your actual purpose, and help you discern away from that the parts that are programming that you may have otherwise picked up. Okay, so for the Three of Pentacles, we have a clarifying card of the Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely something that could be setting the stage for the next part of your career, or maybe it's a big move or a big project, but it's something physical in this world. And this is the ending of cycles within the ending of cycles. And fascinating. This time I got goosebumps again, except they were just right down the center, really in my third and fourth chakra. So this, which makes me wonder if this will be something that, and again, take what resonates. If I haven't said it before, take what resonates and leave the rest. But it makes me wonder if this project that you're about to take a chance on that could have a real impact on a significant part of your life moving forward, makes me wonder if it's not something to do with both your heart chakra space. It's something that you feel passionately about, but it's also something that requires a lot of will, a lot of energy management, and a lot of just showing up and doing it, activity, action. Okay, so for this Four of Cups, let's see here what we get showing up. We have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting. So again, I feel like and it's funny, even as I was setting these down on my desk here, because of where I had put my water bottle, or my water cup, these two cups were kind of over to the side and slightly separate from the rest of the reading, which makes it feel like all of these are all of this is an invitation. But these two cards are showing up as also, while you are accepting this invitation, my goodness, I forgot how to talk. While you are accepting this invitation, it is important to remember to not get so hyper-focused that you're only paying attention to that feeling of this is mine or this is in front of me. Because when we do that, when we lose sight of what's happening around us, we miss opportunities, both external, internal, to really drive things forward to the next level. Because as amazing as this sounds, oh honey, with the Wheel of Fortune showing up twice, this is only just the beginning. This is so much manifestation. But of course, once you manifest something, then you need to do something with it. Then it's there. Then it's yeah. So, okay, and then on the bottom of the deck, all the fours. We've got all the fours. We have the Four of Wands, which is also one of just the most optimistic cards. I love this card. This card has deep special meaning to me and reminds me of somebody that I love very much. So I'll also assume that this is just a hello from them. But this is the 1111 card. So again, this is a card very much of happy union. So underlying all of this fantastic energy, there's just so much potential. Like, it's funny because when I think when I started this video, I think I even said it about how we're at the cusp of a new year. And I guess I didn't even really realize quite how much that was actually going to show up in the reading, because this is all very much just the cusp of something really amazing. I think 2022 is going to be a year of significant growth, and I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope that you are too. I hope that you found this video helpful. I am new to this. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were. I'd really love to hear from you. It would be really, really wonderful. I appreciate you taking the time to show up and spend this time with me today and be patient with me as I ride the learning curve. Be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, and oh golly, next time we check in, I can't wait to see what shows up next. Looking forward to it. Be well.